Every day you wait is a day you stay the same, but every day you improve, even just 1%. You create a future most people will never have. That's the truth no one teaches you. They tell you to dream big, to work hard, to stay positive, but they don't show you how to grow in real life. They don't tell you the secret. Real change comes from small wins stacked daily, not from motivation or luck. Completing lesson number 7, 1% better every day. The secret they don't teach you isn't just a title, it's a mindset, it's a strategy, it's a way of life for people who are tired of feeling behind and ready to take control. In this message, you'll learn what actually works. No fluff, no hype, just clear, simple steps that help you move forward, one action at a time. If you've ever felt stuck, unmotivated, or like change is too far away, this will shift how you see your time, your habits, and your potential. This is not about perfection. This is about progress that sticks. Starting today. Chapter 1. Take one step today you usually avoid taking. Most people know exactly what they need to do. That's not the problem. The problem is they keep skipping over it. They know there's one step they need to take, something uncomfortable, something they've put off, but they avoid it. They say they'll do it tomorrow. They say they're thinking about it, but in reality, they're scared of it. They're afraid of failing. They're afraid it will change things, but growth starts the moment you face that fear. You don't need to overhaul your entire life today. You just need to take the step you've been avoiding. It might feel small to others, but it's huge for you. Maybe it's saying no when you always say yes. Maybe it's getting out of bed on time. Maybe it's telling the truth when you've been quiet. The world teaches you to look for motivation or inspiration, but nobody teaches you the secret. The uncomfortable step you keep avoiding is the only thing standing between who you are and who you could become. That's the truth. The longer you avoid it, the longer you stay stuck. So today, forget the excuses and take that one step. That's how 1% better begins. Taking action doesn't require perfection. It just requires honesty. You have to look at yourself and admit what you're running from. Every single day we make choices, and one of the biggest choices is whether we do what's necessary or what's easy. You can fool people around you, you can even keep smiling, but you can't fool yourself. Deep down, you know what you've been avoiding. You feel it when you wake up. It bothers you at night, that step you keep pushing aside. It doesn't go away, it waits. It grows heavier. That's why some people feel tired without even doing much. Their mind is tired from holding on to things they haven't faced. Progress comes when you face what you don't want to face. That's the beginning of discipline. That's when you stop hoping and start changing. The 1% rule isn't about motivation. It's about doing the hard things first. The uncomfortable, the awkward, the unfamiliar. That's how you grow. That's how you build trust with yourself. Because nothing changes until you change your behavior. And you don't need a massive shift. You just need to start doing what you've been pretending not to see. There's a certain pain that comes from staying the same. People don't talk about it, but it's real. It's the pain of regret. It's the weight of knowing you could have done something, but you didn't. And that pain grows slowly. It doesn't show up all at once. It creeps in when you look at your life and realize months have passed and nothing has changed. Not because you weren't capable, but because you didn't take that first step. Avoidance is the enemy of growth. Every time you delay that step, you teach your mind that comfort matters more than progress, and that belief becomes a habit. a dangerous one. That's why you need to stop saying someday. You need to act today. Even if it's just one small step, that's enough. That's how progress starts, not with a big breakthrough, but with a quiet decision to stop avoiding. That decision changes everything. Appalling with the decision to stop avoiding. That decision changes everything. It rewires your mindset. It rebuilds your confidence. Because you're finally doing something that moves you forward. That's 1% better. And that's powerful, because when you keep repeating that, you won't even recognize who you were a year ago. Nobody teaches you how to handle the fear that comes with growth. Most of us were never shown how to face the unknown. We were taught to play it safe, stay comfortable, don't risk failure. But safety doesn't lead to change, and comfort doesn't build confidence. You gain confidence by taking action, even while you're afraid, even when you're unsure. Think about it. What's the thing you know you need to do, but it makes your stomach turn? What's the conversation you've been avoiding? What's the routine you keep saying you'll start tomorrow? That's the step. That's your starting point. Take it. You don't need to be confident before you act. You gain confidence after you act. That's the part no one teaches. Most people wait to feel ready. But readiness doesn't come. Action creates readiness. Movement creates motivation. Start before you feel like it. Start while it's messy. Start when you're not sure how it ends. That's how you build momentum. That's how people change their lives, one step at a time, one hard moment at a time. And eventually, what once scared you becomes part of who you are. There's no secret formula. It's simple. You either do the work or you don't. You either face the thing you're avoiding or you stay where you are. Everyone wants growth, but not everyone wants to go through discomfort. And that's the difference. Growth isn't found in information. It's found in action. Real change happens when you stop negotiating with yourself. When you say, I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. That's strength. That's how you take control of your life. The step you're avoiding is always louder in your mind than it is in reality. It looks big from a distance. But the moment you take it, you realize it's not as bad as you thought. And now you've taken power back. You've proved to yourself that you're not controlled by fear. You're not controlled by comfort. You're not controlled by delay. That one action can change your entire rhythm. You walk differently. You think differently. Because you've stepped through the thing most people avoid their entire lives. You've moved from stuck to progress. And it started with one decision. If you want to feel proud, stop waiting for motivation and take responsibility for your next move. One of the most powerful feelings in the world is when you do something you've been avoiding for a long time. It's not even about the result. It's about the relief, the mental freedom, the sense that you're finally showing up for your own life. We've been taught to measure success by big goals, but the truth is, daily self-respect matters more, and self-respect comes from action. Every time you do what you said you would do, you grow a little. You feel lighter. You feel stronger. It's not about perfection. It's about being honest with yourself. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you followed through on something that scared you? When was the last time you stopped running from the hard thing? That's the difference between staying the same and becoming better. Nobody's coming to force you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. You are the one who has to decide. And the good news is, it only takes one step. Take it. Feel the fear. And do it anyway. We all have something we avoid. You're not weak for feeling that resistance. You're human. But here's the truth. You don't grow by avoiding what challenges you. You grow by facing it head on. Some people wait their whole life to feel ready. But ready doesn't come. Clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. That's why you must stop waiting for a sign. You don't need more signs. You need more action. The longer you sit in hesitation, the heavier everything feels. That's why you feel stuck. That's why your energy is low. It's not because you're lazy. It's because you're drained from carrying unfinished decisions. You can change that today. You can take one real step, not a big leap, just one step you've been avoiding. And once you take it, you start feeling alive again. You start feeling proud again, because you're no longer stuck in your own mind. You're moving. And movement builds strength. If you want to build a better life, start by doing what most people avoid. That's how you separate yourself from average. Here's what's important. What you do when no one's watching matters more than what you say when they are. You don't have to announce your step. You don't have to post about it. You just need to take it. Quiet progress is the most powerful kind. Because it's real, it's not for attention, it's for your future. That step you keep skipping, it's personal. It's something only you understand, and that's okay. You don't need to explain it to anyone, just act on it. Because every time you take that kind of step, you build something inside that nobody can take from you. That's self-belief. That's self-discipline. That's self-mastery. And those are the things that will carry you forward when life gets hard. Motivation fades, applause fades. But self-respect, that lasts. And it starts by doing the work no one sees. It starts by choosing the step no one forces you to take. That's real power. That's real growth. Take that step today, and you'll thank yourself tomorrow. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a detailed blueprint. You need action. The step you're avoiding doesn't require more thought. It requires courage. And courage doesn't mean you feel confident. It means you do it even when you don't. Most of life's rewards don't go to the smartest or the most talented. They go to the ones who move. The ones who don't let fear stop them. You've waited long enough. You've thought about it long enough. You've talked yourself out of it long enough.